Basically this video is gonna be a guide for while standing threes, because season 2 had a new input, season 3 had a new input. I did make a video of this in season 1, but obviously that's somewhat outdated now. It's still useful, but obviously with the new inputs it's outdated. This video will basically show how to do while standing 3 as an input itself, the season 1, 2 and 3 inputs, how to loop while standing 3s, so double and triple, and then doing deep dash electrics in while standing 3, so stuff like 3 electrics while standing 3 or 4 electrics while standing 3, in order though, so that would be towards the end. So if you're here for deep dash electrics and while standing 3, you're better off going to the end of the video. But yeah, also towards the end of the video, I'm going to be doing a handcam for every single controller, doing while standing 3 loops, probably not dash electrics and while standing 3. For D-pad, joystick, leverless, which is collecting dust, and then the arcade stick, which is collecting more dust than the leverless. But yeah, to start off, okay, the first thing is how to do a while standing 3 input. So there are 3 main ways. Firstly, while a move is happening, you want to hold 3. So you see that after my jab, this isn't coming out because I've pressed 3 quick enough. Then while you're doing that, essentially what you want to do is a wave dash into while standing 4. Now what that does is a while standing 3 basically. You'll see in your inputs is basically a while standing 3 plus 4 while you're holding 3, but it comes out as while standing 3. So you can use this method for however you want to do while standing 3s. You can also assign your R1 or whichever button you want actually, but I prefer using my R1 set to 3 plus 4. As you can see in my inputs. So what you can do then is hold 3 and input a while standing 3 plus 4, and that also gives you while standing 3. So if I was to show an example here, so what I've basically done was dash into while standing 4 or while standing 3 plus 4 holding 3. You can also do this method for CD3 plus 4 if you hold 3, but you can do it without holding 3 with the new season 3 input. That's preference mainly. If you're on a arcade stick or a leverless, obviously you're not gonna have you might have a 3 plus 4 bind, you might not, but you can just press 4 because they are the same buttons essentially. The second way is the season 2. I believe it was the season 2 that this input was introduced. It's basically crash dash into, it has to be a neutral and then 3 plus 4. That gives you a while standing 3, but that is, I would say it's a useless input. There's no reason to use this. It's slower. I wouldn't recommend it at all, especially because of the new season 3 input, which is where you can do basically a crash dash CD3 plus 4. Like it's an electric. So with an electric, you have forwards neutral, down forwards 2, and then if you replace pressing 2 with 3 plus 4 instead, you get a while standing 3. This is useful for deep dash electric into while standing 3 as well, because it removes the just frame property of while standing 3, but we'll get to that towards the end of the video. Okay, so for looping while standing 3, so for example a combo like this, oh my god, a combo like this, for example a combo like this, basically what you need is a fast while standing 3. Again, any input can be used. You can use the hold 3 and input while standing 4 method. You can do the new season 3 CD3 plus 4 input. You can do the season 2 input. Like I've used it sometimes as well. I just prefer not to use it, but you can use it as long as your while standing 3 itself is fast. So you want something like at least that fast, because what you need to do is between the while standing 3s you need a dash. Again, I'll do it again. You can see between my inputs I'm doing a dash while standing 3. Now, so you want to spend as less time as possible doing the while standing 3 input and dedicate a bit more time to the dash. The launcher actually changes the amount of dash you need, which is why I've got a set of drills I'm going to explain in a minute. But basically what you want to make sure is your while standing 3s are fast enough. If they're not fast enough, you want to practice it from standing. So literally just stand there and keep practicing while standing 3 until they're somewhat fast. Then you can dedicate more time to dashing, which is essential for looping while standing 3s. So the drills I'm about to explain are basically on the left side of the screen. I don't think you can see my mouse, basically around here-ish. There's going to be like a little pop-up that says while standing 3. I'll put that in the editor. That's basically explaining that's the specific while standing 3 that you're meant to be training, because some of these drills have like more than one while standing 3, but there are specific while standing 3s that would need training for different combos. I'll start off with what I believe is the easiest, and it gets harder and harder and harder. There will be no deep dash electric into while standing 3 because again that's later on. This is just for looping and getting good at while standing 3 in general in combos. I won't have my mic on, and I will be doing this on P1 side on D-pad. Again, hand cams for different controllers will be at the end of the video. So essentially the drills that I just showed you in order are what I would say are the easiest to hardest while standing 3. Obviously they might differ slightly depending on who you are, but stuff like electric laser into triple while standing 3 is somewhat harder than U4 fly 1 into triple while standing 3, because U4 fly 1 puts you at a slightly more lenient angle for triple while standing 3s where you can dash a bit longer, whereas electric into laser or even double electrics, it's a bit more strict. You'll feel like you don't have as much leniency. Once you get used to it, it becomes quite easy. Obviously that just comes with time. And now to essentially one of the more requested hand cams were for electrics into while standing 3. There are different types of electric into while standing 3, and this is just dependent on what you come here for. The first one is something like this. If you want to perfect that, you just want to get your electric as early as possible. And then you have much more time for while standing 3. That's the best I got for you. If you want to do something like this, again, it's more of a do your laser as early as possible, then do your dash electric as early as possible, and then you have more time for your while standing 3. Obviously you need a dash for both of the while standing 3s in both SS2 and while standing 2, but the earlier you do your lasers and the earlier you do your electric, the more time you got for while standing 3. That's basically it. Okay, so for 3 electrics into while standing 3, the most infamous and one of the most beautiful combos for Devil Jin, I'd say, is you have 2 methods for it. I'll explain them both separately, and the first one is what is recommended in Season 1 and Season 2 because of the older inputs, because the second method I'm going to explain requires a just frame. So for the first method itself, you basically want to do an electric into a micro dash electric, then attempt to do a perfect electric. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'll have my display data on. Player frame info. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you should aim for it to be perfect so you have more time to do the micro dash while standing 3 that comes after that. I'll show you now. So you can see my input history that obviously the third electric wasn't perfect. It was a 14 frame electric, but that's just the leniency you have. You should still aim for it to be as fast as possible. So what I did was an electric, then did a little quick micro dash electric, and then did a almost perfect electric. Then I had enough time to do a micro dash into while standing 3. The tip for this is to make your while standing 3 as fast as possible, because the faster your while standing 3 is, same with the loops, the faster your while standing 3 is, the more time you have to micro dash. If your while standing 3 is slow, then you won't have enough time to do a micro dash and a while standing 3 at the same time after the third electric. It's hard. You have to practice it. You have to get your while standing 3 speed perfect, or near perfect at least. A couple drills that might help with this is this combo here. The reason I say that is because the micro dash electric and then the micro dash while standing 3, you can learn it through that combo, but obviously it's easier than a triple while standing 3, a triple electric into while standing 3. It's more of a stepping stone. You should use this combo for while standing 2 laser into electric while standing 3. It's a good option. I mean, I learnt the while standing 2 combo before I learnt the triple while standing 3 combo. It's easier and it just builds up your muscle memory. That's the basis of learning anything new in execution, building up your muscle memory. That's also why I gave you the drills, because that builds your muscle memory from the easiest to the hardest for looping, and the same applies here. Another drill I would say is, this doesn't help you your micro dash electric, but rather your micro dash while standing 3. Electric into while standing 4 into while standing 3. It's not as hard as a while standing 2 combo, but the reason I recommend this is because while standing 4 into micro dash while standing 3 isn't the easiest thing. So if you are struggling with the micro dash into while standing 3, that might help you doing while standing 4 into while standing 3, but make sure your while standing 4 is a deep dash while standing 4 basically, so you can practice your buffering a micro dash and then getting the while standing 3 in at fast speed. Okay, the second method of 3 electrics while standing 3 is the near just frame, or what would be considered a just frame while standing 3 in season 2 and 1. No longer a near just frame because the new input has is basically 1 frame quicker. So in season 3 you can do this triple electrics while standing 3 method with it being near just frame, and it's also the method that I always use. I no longer use the old method, obviously non-just frames are better than just frames. So what you want to do is an electric, and then a deep dash electric into a quick while standing 3 like that. Look at my inputs, you can see that I've done a forwards, neutral, down, forwards 3 plus 4. That's because the season 3 input, it makes the fastest while standing 3 17 frames, and the frame advantage after a deep dash electric is 18. Put in the brackets is plus 18, that's what matters. So you basically have 1 frame leniency. You can use the old method, but it's a just frame, and I can't even do the just frame on my weak side, so I'm going to switch over to my strong side just to show you me doing it with a just frame. So if you look at my input history, you can see that I've done forwards, then downs, and down forwards, then forwards 3 plus 4 while holding 3. You can replace the down for 2 frames with 1 frame neutral, 1 frame down, that works as well. But that's the old season 1 and 2 input, where I've basically held 3 and then input while standing 4. That is a just frame because I'll explain it mathematically. You have 18 frames after the electric, as said in the brackets. It says plus 18. Your forward basically needs to be done at the right frame. Yes, it's been held for 17 frames in the video, but if you understand from perfect electrics, as long as you let go of the forwards at the right time, you can hold it for as long as you want. Then you're down for 2 frames, so that's 3 frames in total. Then you're down forwards for 1 frame, that's a 4th. And then the F3 plus 4 is when the while standing 3 starts, and while standing 3 is 14 frames. So you have 4 plus 14, which is 18 frames for a plus 18 scenario. That makes it just frame. Whereas with the new season 3 input, because you can do 3 plus 4 with the down forwards, it's basically now 3 input frames plus 14 while standing 3 frames, which makes it 17. So you have 1 frame of leniency. That did take me a few tries as well, which is why I'd very much recommend, if you want to start stapling 3 electrics into while standing 3, please use the CED 3 plus 4 method, the new season 3 input. For this method specifically, I no longer use the old while standing 3 input at all. Well, I don't think I've used it since the new input came out. The new input's just better in every single way for deep dash electric into while standing 3. Okay, so for the last part, it's stuff like 4 electrics into while standing 3, or electric laser into double electric while standing 3. Basically what you need to do is buffer a dash for while standing 3. So in a full while standing 3 input, you have forwards, neutral, down forwards 3 plus 4. But instead you buffer a dash, so instead of F, you essentially have a basically unseeable micro dash into while standing 3. But it's very hard to be done perfectly. It's frame perfect. It's a frame perfect micro dash into a frame perfect while standing 3. It's very, very hard and is going to require a lot of practice. But practice makes perfect, as always. I'll just quickly show you a demonstration of me doing it on my... I think I can do it on P1 side. Of me doing the 4 electrics while standing 3 and electrics laser double electrics while standing 3. So I just did the full outro for my video, and the mic wasn't on because I'm a buffoon. Anyways, basically what I said was, thank you so much for watching the entire video. I really do hope this helps. all the Devil Jin mains and all the people who want to try a Devil Jin and want to do the new combos and the hard combos. I now expect to see more people doing electrics into while standing 3. I want to see the execution, bring it on. If you do need help with any of the combos, please feel free to join my Discord, which will be in the description. And I will be more than happy to help. And if I'm not there to help, then other people who have better execution than me are in my server, and they will be more than happy to help. Obviously, with practice comes perfect. That's it. You have to practice it. It's something you have to dedicate time to. The best way, if you want help from me, is to firstly send me the combo that you are trying, and then send me a clip of you trying and failing the combo so that I can see what your weakness is in the combo, and I'll recommend you some drills and tell you what your weakness is and how you can basically rectify your issues so you can eventually go on to staple the combos that you're struggling with. It took me months. It took me 6 months to land my first Just Rain while standing 3 in season 1, just before season 2. It was while standing 2 into electric into while standing 3. I was gassed when I landed it. Practice makes perfect, and with time comes betterness. But yeah, I'll end the video with a micless run through of me doing handcam while standing 3s on each controller, just for visual reference. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and take care. I will see you in the next video. Right, now say hello to my abomination of an arcade stick. It is filthy because it's been packed away in a cupboard for God knows how long. And it's a very, very cheap stick, but I'll have to do what I gotta do.